Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, Sherry Redstone is back in talks with Skydance. Apparently, they were very close to making a deal, and Sherry vetoed it because it was too risky for her being sued by other people in the company who weren't going to make the money that she was making out of the deal. But it looks like they have fixed that and given her a bit of a bigger pay, but I think it's a smaller deal overall for national amusements as a whole. But it looks like it's happening. But they do have now a new 45-day, I think it's called Go Shop period, where basically they've sort of agreed, but they've got 45 days for someone else to come in and make a better deal. So that's where they were last time. They had a 30-day period where they were waiting, and there were other offers, but then they didn't accept this offer. And I don't know what's happening. I'm going to do a bit more reading, but I'm getting a bit dizzy and a bit tired with this story going around and around and around circles. But they have to do something. They can't leave it up in the air, and they can't leave Paramount how it is. They need money, and so we'll see what happens. I just had to comment on this, but probably won't make much of a change for Star Trek, but we don't know since we just don't know what's happening. But I don't know. I'm not even going to get hopeful that this is going to end anytime soon with this, because there's just no way of telling what's going to happen. Like, we've got 45 days for someone else to come in, and all they've got to do is tempt them to stop them agreeing to the other deal, because they did that last time and they didn't get another deal off anyone else, or they couldn't agree with that. So it didn't. The 30 days, I think it sort of sabotaged it, because at first it looked like they were going to go with Skydance, and then there were other people that were, sniffing around, and it didn't happen. But I don't know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm tired of this story. Not because it's boring or not interesting. It's just because I just want it to end. I just want to know who is in control of Star Trek and where it's going to go. And I don't want my hopes to be, gotten up and then, trampled on like they were when I thought Warner Brothers was going to come in and, make a Star Trek Studios and separate, get away from Kurtzman and just take Star Trek in-house again and actually make some money out of it. And same thing with Sony. I thought that could happen as well, because that's the obvious choice with Star Trek. But there's also talk they may actually now, instead of selling Star Trek off or selling the company off, keep Star Trek and just rent it out exclusively for 5-year periods with other studios, where they totally control and own Star Trek for that time period and can do whatever they want, and they just get a cut of the profit. So they get a bunch of money up front, and they don't actually have to have any risk. They just get a cut. But if it does do really well, say they have a hit movie, they'll only get a percentage of it, but they got to pay out and didn't spend any money and didn't lose any money. So that's another thing people are talking about and rumoring about. So I don't know what's happening, but it'd be interesting, like I said, if they, say, sold Star Trek to Warner Brothers for 5 years, see what they'd do with it. Sold them to Sony for 5 years, see what they'd do with it. It'd be interesting to see what could happen with something like that. There's a lot of potential for innovation and new, people looking at it in new eyes and so forth. But chances are it's just going to stay where it is and stagnate and continue to decline, and it's just a mess. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and then let me know what you think of this new development and these other possibilities for Star Trek, because there's a long wait. I think it's not going to be resolved anytime soon, and there are possibilities for other things to happen in the meantime.